everybody on your television at home. It's going to be 101 today, so we don't have many people here in the audience. I'm going to play 5 or 6 pieces by this man here, Claude Debussy. He was born in 1862, and he ushered in a kind of music that was called Impressionism. And that was something that nobody'd really heard before. He created moods and atmospheres with his different pieces. And I'll explain a little bit before I do the pieces. The critics at the time said, this is such a new kind of music that we have to learn this new musical language before we can afford to criticize him. So it was very new sound to the people at the time. And I'm going to start with a piece that's called Gollywog's Cakewalk. At the turn of the last century, a cakewalk was a kind of it was a dance, and people used to meet at beaches or at boardwalks, and whoever did the most original steps to this cakewalk dance would get a cake. And this was done monthly or weekly some places. This piece is the last one in a suite of pieces that he wrote for his little daughter when she was 5 years old. She was named after the two of him and his wife. Her real name was Claude Emma, which was his wife's name, Debussy, but they never called her that. Her nickname was Chouchou, Chouchou. And this suite of pieces that he wrote when she was 5, it was in 1910 that he wrote these. They were written to inspire her imagination when she played. Now, at this time, there was a woman named Florence Upton. She was from, I think, New Hampshire. She created a little doll, a little black doll, about this high, made with cloth, and it had arms that were, it was stuffed so that the arms could move and the legs could move. So Chouchou had one of these. And you kind of have to imagine her playing with this doll when this piece called Gollywog's Cakewalk. Nobody knows where Gollywog came from. It's kind of a bastardization of Pollywog, and they just put a G there. So, I think that's all I want to tell you about this. In the middle of the piece, he steals a little short melody from Richard Wagner's Tristan and Isolde. And you just have to imagine her taking the doll and doing some kind of romantic gesture with it. Anyway, it's a ragtime. It's Gollywog's Cakewalk. It goes like this. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. The next piece I'd like to play is a piece called La Plus que l'Homme, and he and his wife, Emma was her name, Bardock, she was a singer. They were both married to different people. And they started an affair while they were both married to other people. They ran off to England. When they came back, they got divorced from their respective spouses, and they married, and then they had little chouchou. But they used to go in the afternoons at a very fancy hotel in Paris to high tea, and there was a quartet there, a string quartet that used to play a very famous song at the time. It was called La Valse Lente, which means a slow waltz. So he decided to write a parody of this, and he called it La Plus que Lente, which means more than slow, or slower than slow. But it's a lovely piece, it's not just a parody. So this is the thing called La Plus que Lente. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The next piece I'd like to play is a piece called Reflets dans l'eau, which means reflections on the water. And this, you just have to use your imagination and let it go, because you're going to hear raindrops, you're going to hear a storm brewing, and then when the storm settles down, a hunter comes out of the forest and plays his hunting horn to call the hunters back to hunt because the storm is moving away. Then you'll hear Debussy's interpretation of thunder, which will be in my left hand, and then the last little droplets of rain in the right hand. So you just have to let your imagination go. Sounds like this. Reflets dans l'eau, reflections on the water. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm going to play another piece called La Fille aux Cheveux de Lin, which means the girl with the flaxen hair. And this was inspired by a poem that was written 100 years earlier by a Scottish poet named Comte de Lisle, which is the inspiration of this poem. The poem goes like this. Who's that sitting in the grass on this cool summer morning, singing with the lark? Oh, it's the girl with the flaxen hair and the cherry lips. Love under the clear summer sun is singing with the lark. Your mouth with its divine colors. Are you tempting a kiss from me on that bed of flowers? Love under the clear summer sun is singing with the lark. Now don't say no, cruel girl. Don't say yes, for I know too well that long look you give me with those long lashes and those delicate lockets of hair. Love under the clear summer sun is singing with the lark. Goodbye to the hare and the deer and the red partridge. I want to kiss the blonde of your hair and press the purple of your lips against mine. Love under the clear summer sun is singing with the lark. So that's the poem that inspired this. This piece, though, isn't quite as sensual as the poem. It's kind of open chords and stuff, but it's a lovely little piece. It's called The Girl with the Flaxen Hair, La Fille aux Cheveux de Lin. This is the lark. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I have no idea what time it is, but I'm going to finish with this piece. This is Clair de Lune, his most famous piece. There's going to be a full moon tonight and tomorrow night. In fact, it's going to be a blue moon. It only happens once every 33 months, 2 years and 9 months. And you have to see it, though, at the horizon at sunset or at sunrise, and there has to be dust and stuff in the air to make it turn kind of greenish blue. I've never seen one. But it's going to be a full moon. Anyway, this is called Clair de Lune. It means clear moonlight. And it goes like this. You all know this piece. Thank you. I will play one more piece then. This is called, what is it called? It's called, he wrote 2 arabesques. Arabesques. I'm going to play arabesque number 1. And he was kind of, I always think of him obsessed with water. He wrote La Mer, you know, about the sea. And this one, he puts 3 notes in the right hand against 2 in the left hand. So it's kind of, it has a muddled kind of thing, but it has a feeling of a little trickle of a waterfall. So it goes like this. It's called Arabesque number 1. I wasn't planning on playing this, so let me see. How does this start? Thank you. Thanks you 3 people that are here listening in the audience. And thank you everybody at home for watching, if you are. That's Claude Debussy, born in 1862, died in 1918. It's, some people say it's 17, the year that America got into the First World War. But it's said that he could hear the bombs and the guns going off from his hospital room when he died. Hate to leave you like that at his death, but he was a genius. He was just a genius. Anyway, thanks everybody for listening. Thank you. Bye. Bye-bye.